Hello, Alex here. I'm here to get you acquainted with the product, with my product QS English, a specially designed e-coach that's supposed to help you get used to the language. Exactly, get used to the language rather than study it for a long time with no effect. Using QS won't keep you waiting for the results, as lots of other online courses do. So first of all, let's estimate what you can get in at least 15 or 20 minutes of using the first of the training modules of QS. Instead of learning 14 separately displayed personal pronouns in objective and subjective case, you get used to each of them in 15 or 20 minutes. Instead of the grammar rules, with using the ending es for correct use of the present simple tense, you get used to the geometry of the present, where you verbally, based on the whole phrases, get used to the principle, where each third person on the left and right of your imaginary communication corridor with one you're talking to creates a kind of interference from outside the corridor, which makes live or love turn into lives or loves correspondingly. However, you don't have to study grammar as much as you have to learn it, to say complete phrases, getting used to them each minute of the training session. No more boring rules with no sense anymore. All you've got to do now to master English is say as many phrases as you can to get used to each grammatical device. But it's not just saying typical phrases one by one. Your mission is to say them before the host does, just on seeing the Russian version and capturing it instantly with your quick eye. The phrases within each training module have a certain order, especially to provide you the soonest habit of shaping them instantly in English. So you've got no way here to cram a Russian word even mentally before saying its English equivalent. Don't be surprised to find yourself saying phrases of basic speech patterns nearly in 10 minutes, constantly increasing the number of phrases you already get ahead of the host's voice. So in a few weeks of everyday 30-minute training sessions, and your learning time isn't limited anyway by 30 minutes or so, all the speech patterns are doomed to be as close to your verbal memory as if they were native to you. I'm a native speaker of Russian, awarded with a philology diploma in 1995. I created QS in 2006 and checked its fantastic efficiency on people who'd never spoken English before at all. When I saw the effect it made, I realized it would be a principally new innovative approach to the tuition of English for Russians around the world. Instead of the traditional empty grammar terms in the explanatory section, I placed all of them with the words you've known since your child years. During any of the training sessions with QS, you make a strong breakthrough into native and comprehensive English with no need to swat boring formulas anymore. Throughout the whole training session, all of the language functions are getting stronger alongside with your skills, which means you don't have to listen, speak, and read separately as it's often supposed to be done. Instead, all of the functions are working simultaneously, side by side. In other words, during the session you are simultaneously speaking on phrases, hear the right version of saying yours, not to prove yourself learning English, but to check what you've just said. And it's going on simultaneously with your listening to the right phrase being currently checked if you're reading it. Each of them, limited and used 54 training modules, was designed especially to make a separate speech pattern yours at the advanced level. Some of the QS training modules are dedicated to your instant response to multiple types of speech patterns. I repeat it once again, just to confirm it. You won't see any terms like present perfect in QS. However, you'll see a different word combination, having done by this very moment. Instead of dull explanations of the verb to be, you'll most likely see or hear the word state, which is ultimate for explaining any human or non-human state, such as to be a student, to be doing something, to be done by someone, and many more. So grammar comes to be as simple as comprehensive English actually is. I'm probably right to believe you wonder what might be the cost of these unlimited 54 training modules that make you an English-speaking person that soon. Let's see the cost of a private lesson less than 1 hour with an average live coach. It normally takes approximately around 5 or 1000 rubles, depending on where his or her location is, your coach. Let's have the price compared to an hour with QS, which makes an hour cost. Ready to hear it? It's less than 1 ruble per hour. What? Am I kidding? Actually, I'm not. With QS English, you may have as many hours a day as you want. And I recommend you not to get too deep into training to get exhausted. It's 500 rubles per month. What? You'd like to get it cheaper? Okay, it's 5,000 rubles for your individual access to 10 months? No, 18 months. Yes, it's no mistake and no slip of a tongue. You'll have a year and a half to be dedicated to unlimited training hours, and the story doesn't end here. You'll get my personal support in Skype as soon as you face any problem. How do I manage to support hundreds of people, you may ask? When creating the course, I positioned the phrases in a special order, so that whenever you got a question, I had provoked it by that very phrase you've just seen. And just in a few phrases, the answer is gonna come to you on its own. The best workable phrases included in each sequence are based on my longer than 20 years of individual lessons. Only the best working hints I developed on my own were implemented in the course, which you can make sure by using the first training session is very efficient. The first training module is available to all the visitors of the website. Okay, let's imagine you are still uncertain whether what you've just heard isn't just another trick of marketing or one more website to bring you to another failure. Relax, it's not. I've been coaching for more than 20 years and I do value quick results, while some sharks of the lingual market have their quick money and disappear. My phone number in Moscow is being displayed on the screen. Call me anytime when unsure. I'll tell you more. It's been Oleg with you. Thanks for your time listening. Get subscribed to QS and have no problem. And now I'd better get over back to my Russian and say that вы можете подключиться к курсу в любой момент. Я сделаю это лично, я лично вас подключу. Если есть какие-то вопросы, используйте телефон на экране. С вами был Олег Иванилов. Спасибо за внимание.